everyone, and welcome to Bathurst once again. And this is the finale of the first round, and we are at race 3, which is the night racing, as you can probably tell. It's pitch black, and this should bring an epic finale to this round. And the first two races have been absolutely epic, as you've seen from the highlights, which I hope you enjoyed. So I suppose once again the question is Pasm going to take this third and final win, and therefore have taken all the wins at Bathurst? Or is Ziggin, who, as we've seen, has been a bit on fire and is getting quicker and quicker each race, really putting the challenge towards Pasm in race 2? And again, Stig's TC, the driver we looked at last time, he's been showing some real pace as well. So it's anyone's race, this one. The real challenge is here and now at Mount Panorama, with it being at night. So it's going to put the skills to the test of every single driver, in both Room A and Room B. And it's really going to put a bit of pressure on Pasm to try and get that triple win. And it's also going to hopefully bring some new drivers up towards the front as new skills are tested. Now do remember, the night races are then going to carry on into bracket 3 as well. So, you know, some of the skills you develop here are going to be used later on in the championship. So, speaking of challenges and skills, Roma has been in this series from the start and has shown some excellent pace throughout. He's had some cracking battles and really shown us some top quality racing. So with that in mind, let's now have a look at his driver profile. So our next driver profile, GTP Roma 2629, age 42, and from Argentina, and he currently uses a DS3. His favourite car is the Audi R8 FSI 4.2, but he's generally a fan of all things MR with cars. His favourite colour is the Cortez Silver Metallic, and his favourite moment in Gran Turismo at the moment is actually racing in this series, and Roma has provided some top quality action. So well played, Roma. And that has been your quick Argentinian driver. So this is the third race qualifying, and we are at night. This is the first time I've ever commentated on anything at night, and I've never even seen Bathurst at night. So let's follow GTP Bambi this time. Ooh, Bambi waits initially, lets all the lines go, and then Bambi wants to go. Obviously doesn't want to be put off. Let's follow Bambi on this Bathurst circuit at night. So we're on the start-finish straight now as we head towards Hell Corner, which has been hell for quite a few drivers in the first few races. Bits of contact here and there. Mr. Racing Line unfortunately came off the bad end of the last one in the first race of Room A. We're now on Mountain Straight, heading towards the quarry. You can just see now how dark it actually is. Can't see hardly anything. And you can see the blue lines there as we come towards the quarry. So braking markers and zones are completely different compared to the first race. And again, different to the second race. So you're looking for stuff that hits quite brightly, that you've got a visual representation of where something is. JFrod 52 there has made a mistake at the cutting and has span. So we saw there from his line. Bambi having a good first lap here. Be interesting to see what he does, but he seems to be going very well at the moment. Although hopefully I don't curse that. So we're on top of the mountain now. Runs a bit wide there. Shouldn't have affected his lap too much. So we head towards the S's. Now this at night is going to be very difficult. Hard to see exactly where the corner starts and finishes. Windfire's there, made a mistake there in the S's. Oh, Bambi's a bit all over the place there. Gets everyone a bit dizzy. So we now head towards the Dipper. Again, a really hard corner to do this. As you can see, Bambi ran slightly wide. Nearly clips the exit barrier there, but doesn't. So he's got good momentum as he heads towards Conrad Straight and the chase. So he gets to calm down now. And again, as you can see, it's so dark here. And you're really now going to look for your brake markers. You can see there the overhead after the chase as we come in. So the chase has some quite good markers there at night, so it shouldn't be too bad. Somebody else has made a mistake there. Who was that? Couldn't quite see. Oh, it's Pazum. Pazum made a mistake at the chase. So Pazum is not going to be on pole position on this first lap. I will get my words out eventually. So Bambi looks like he's had a good race. Ziggin has gone straight to start. Oh, Bambi. Oh, Pazum has done well. I must have missed something completely there, but there we go. So Pazum at night in the dark has done a 2 minutes 3.6. He's nearly 2 seconds faster than anybody else in the field. As somebody said in the last race, nerf Pazum. So Pazum at the moment is on pole. Now let's go through the cars and remind ourselves of what everybody's driving. Remember, this is the car they have. Ooh, Bambi having a bit of a mistake there at the quarry. This is the car they haven't used in any of the other two races. So we're going to start off with Pazum, who's in an RX-7. Now remember, a lot of people haven't used the RX-7, so we are going to be RX-7 heavy. We know Bambi's in an RX-7. Vanti is in a Subaru Impreza. You can hardly see that car at all. We then have Roma in an RX-7. Stig's sorry, with Sig and Stig. So Sig is in an Impreza, and Stig has definitely not had a good first lap there. He's in an RX-7. Got another RX-7 in Ziggin. Mr. Racing Line there, having a bit of a error at the S's. Again, you know, I did say that the S's are going to be very tricky in this race at night. Oh, span round the dipper. So, Mr. Racing Line there in the Lexus. Pokey in the Impreza. Mad Max in the Lexus. Windfire in the Lexus. And we then have AJ in the RX-7. And then JF Rod in the RX-7. GTP Rickson is unfortunately not racing this one. However, he is watching the race. So he might be looking at what people are doing and actually just watching the entertainment live as it happens. Of course, I'm commentating live, which is why I'm fumbling on my words a little bit. This is the third race now. And we're going to see what Pazum does as he heads towards the line. It looks like he's on an absolute storming lap again. Oh, not quite as fast. But what movement did we have? We had Ziggin up into second place, 2 minute 3.8. Bambi didn't improve. Vanti did improve. Stiggs improved. Only ever so slightly. Roma improved. I just saw Mad Max improved. And then we were at Roma. And then Pokey has improved. So everyone's improving. Obviously the night part of this has been a real challenge. But we're going to stay on Ziggin now. As Ziggin is going to be aiming. Oh, yes. They got equal first set with Pazum. So Ziggin is trying to go for that pole position again. As we start heading up the hill now, up the mountain. I've seen on V8 Supercars a few times where there's been animals crossing at these points. Definitely seen a kangaroo or wallaby cross there. Oh, he's hit the barrier. That could be the end of Ziggin's lap. We'll see it. Oh, he's hit it again. You can see when you hit a barrier once, it completely knocks you out your rhythm. But if you have a look at sector times, he's 0.5 down. So, yeah. Oh, he's giving up on the lap. Let's jump to Bambi. Oh, looks like Bambi's still on for the lap. Oh, he's running close to these. Went in a bit too deep there. And we'll have a look. Oh, Roma's run a bit wide there at the dipper as well. Watching all these blue lines all over the place. It's quite entertaining at night. And let's have a look at this. We have... apologies if you can hear the dog. We've got Vanti in 4th place. Stiggs in 5th place. And who's on fast laps here? Who's on fast lap? Pokey looks like he's on a fast lap. Pokey doing quite well here. And let's keep an eye on this, actually. We're going to keep an eye on this live timing board. We're going to see who moves up and who moves down. So Bambi's on a fairly quick lap actually as well. So let's have a look at lap times. We have who's crossing the line first. So, Vanti goes up. Last lap. Oh, Bambi retakes that position. Pokey doesn't move up. Must have made a mistake. Oh, Sig's just moved up there. Sig has just moved up into 9th place. My Max did improve there on the last lap as well. Oh, Mr. Racing Line moved up. Mr. Racing Line not had a good qualifying there. Oh, JFR52 has moved up there right at the end. And I believe that is your grid. Looking at the results there. And we've just finished qualifying. So Pazum is on pole with Ziggin in 2nd. Hopefully Ziggin can get a better start this time and try and overtake Pazum. Could have an epic battle there for first place. Bambi there in third place. And Vanti in fourth place. So a lot of drivers doing their fastest lap on the last lap. Shows you they were building up their speed on this very, very hard circuit. And especially hard in the dark at night. And we are just loading up now. So here's your grid positions for the final race in Room A. So we've got Pazum, then Ziggin. Third place Bambi, then Vanti. In fifth place Stiggs and Roma. Row 4 we have Pokey and Windfire. Row 5 we have Sig and Mr. Racing Line. Row 6 we have Jfrod, 52 and Mad Max. And in 13th place and on row 7 we have AJ. As we load everything up, displaying all, we wait for the go, and there we go, we start, and Ziggin's had a much better start this time, but Pazum's also had a good start. Pazum is really near the starts in all three of these races. As we look towards the back of the grid, I'm trying to keep up with if there's any incidents. Can't see anything, bits of bashing. Oh, AJ's on the right side there, or left hand side, sorry, but he's done very well. Much cleaner this time through Hell Corner. Oh, looks like Mad Max has had a bit of a issue somewhere. As we watch all the cars come over the hill and head towards the quarry. Oh, Bambi looks like he's making a move on Vanti. Looking on the inside. Ziggin looks like he made it. Oh, there's contact between Vanti and Bambi. And who's got that position? Oh, the three wide Stig's on the left-hand side. Vanti's on the right. Bambi's in there as well. I can't actually see. Let's jump to a different camera. And Vanti still has that position. Stig is in fourth place. Bambi has dropped a couple of positions there. And wow, we've got movement. So Ziggin is very close to Pazum there. As we look further behind, we can see all the cars there. Oh, Bambi getting a bit sideways. And it's really difficult to look behind you there. Oh, Stig's hit the barrier as well. Hasn't cost him too much time. Vanti's up to third place. Vanti's having a cracking few races. So we head towards the S's now. And we're going to stay on Stig. See if he can make any moves on... in fact, no, we're going to jump to Ziggin. Because Ziggin is very close to Pazum. So they head through the dipper. Oh, so close there for Ziggin. So close to the barrier. They go through Forest Elbow and they head onto Conrad straight. Looks like Pokey's just made a move on somebody. Oh, AJ and Pokey. AJ's had a good start there. He was back in 13th at one point. Oh, there's been a big accident actually at the top of the hill. What has happened here? So who's involved in this? We've got JF52, Pokey. That's unfortunate for Pokeys. Oh, with Mr. Racing Lines up there as well. Big accident. Not sure what's happened. And we're going to jump back to this first place battle. Ziggin on the outside for Pazum. Oh, the camera goes black. Right when we didn't want it to. Oh, Ziggin's on the outside of the Morris corner. He's going to lose a spot there, I think, because he was on the grass. And Pazum still has that first place. As they come on to Mountain Straight now and head towards the quarry once again. And I think what I'll do is I'll try and insert a replay in there of the accident at some point. Or I'll fill it in at the end, because that looked like a very big accident. So let's take a look at this incident. And we have this replay now that we can see the incident. So we're on Sig at the moment as they come through the dipper. As he comes round, he hits a Caswall there. And oh, look at this, everyone just piles into the pack basically. So a Caswall causes a pile up. And that is the reason for the chaos on lap 1. So let's jump back to the live commentary. As we've got Ziggin now on the right side of Pazum. Ooh, doesn't go for it at the quarry. Not a good overtaking place move there. Not without contact anyway. So Ziggin went against that. You can definitely see Ziggin even in the dark with those pink wheels. But these two are very close. This is the battle we wanted in race 2. And we've definitely got it now in race 3. Further back, got Stig. Ooh, look like Bambi and Vanti. In fact, yeah, what has happened to Vanti? Vanti's dropped 2 places there. And I didn't see that either. I've missed quite a bit of the action there. But we've got the main battle here between Ziggin and Pazum for this race victory. They come into the S's. These two are really showing us how it's done. Oh, so close. Oh, look at that. So close to the barrier. Oh, I thought Ziggin was on the inside there for a second. And if these two start battling, Stig could come into this battle as well. I'm going to have a three-way battle, but we'll have to wait and see. Further back, there's been look like there's been an accident. Oh no. They're just very close. AJ and Mad Max. And these two were at the back of the grid at one point. So it shows you how much... Oh, someone span at the top of the mountain. Who is that? That's Pokey. And, yes. These two were at the back, but now they are not at the back. With all the action that's been happening, this is two people together. This is Windfire and Roma. And they are very close as well. Oh, Windfire's on the inside of Roma at the chase. But Roma keeps that position. I'm trying to keep an eye on the race winners. Race leaders. I have no idea who's won yet because this is live. As they come through Murray's corner. And Roma keeps that position. Right, let's jump back up to Pasm and Ziggin. Oh, Pasm's got a bit of a gap now. So Pasm pulling away a little bit. Let's jump further back then. So we've got Bambi there. How far behind is Vanti? Oh, he's a little bit far behind. Oh, further back. It looked like Roma and Windfire were very close. Oh, they're side by side. Going down mountain straight, heading towards the quarry. They're side by side. Who breaks later? Roma breaks later. And Roma keeps that position. Well played, Roma. Breaking late. And keeping that position. To head towards the cutting now. Oh, Roma's touched the barrier a little bit. Oh, I thought that made Roma run wide. It didn't. And they head up the mountain now. Windfire very close. And heading towards the top. As we've seen a lot more mistakes. Now it's at night, this race. And further back, actually, we've got a battle between AJ and Mad Max still. I'm not sure who to concentrate on. I think we will concentrate on this Roma and Windfire battle at the moment. And I'm going to jump to the leaders if they head towards Conran straight. Because slipstream and all that, we could see a move. And we're just going to watch Roma through here. Oh, they're fine. Right, let's jump to the leaders. Pasm and Ziggin. These two are so close. So evenly matched as well. Oh, listen to those engines. Head towards the chase. Oh, I thought Ziggin was looking on the inside. Doesn't quite do it. Oh, they're side by side now. Let's head towards the chase. Pasm runs a little bit deep. Ziggin goes to the cutback. They're still side by side. He's head towards Murray's corner. Ziggin has initially got the position. Ziggin has taken the lead. Ziggin has done it. He's into first place. He's stopping Pasm getting the hat-trick at the moment. So Ziggin into first place. Pasm in second. And further back, looks like Stig is going to have Bambi for company very soon. But let's jump to these two race leaders at the moment. With Ziggin and Pasm. Is Pasm going to retake that position on Mountain Straight? Oh, that's so close. There's nothing separating these two drivers at all. But Ziggin keeps the position. Ziggin was faster in race 2. It looks like he's faster in race 3 as well. And further back, they're really dropping off now is Stig and... who's Stig? Oh, Mad Max just made a move on AJ. That'll be on Mountain Straight into the quarry. So Stig and Bambi and Vanti are all dropping off these two drivers. And in fact, let's look at some times. Let's see who is close to who. And let's have a look. So Ziggin in the 2-minute 3s at night in the race. Wow. So we've got Stig in third. Bambi fairly close. Under a second to Stig. Further down, Windfire is close to Roma, as we know. That Mad Max and AJ time difference isn't actually true yet. Because they've actually overtaken each other. So we're going to stay with Pasm and Ziggin for now. Look how close they are as they come into the dipper. Oh, so smooth through there. And is Pasm going to retake that position at the chase? Similar place to where Ziggin got him last time with a great move. Like a cutback at the chase. Don't see that very often. And Pasm goes to the left. Ziggin on the right. They're halfway down. Conrad straight now. They're coming up to the little right-hander at the chase. Oh, still side by side. Still side by side. How close can you get? Oh, Ziggin runs a little bit wide. That means Pasm retakes the lead. Oh, this is oh so close, this race. And wow, we've got 11 minutes of this. Just looking further back, actually, just at Stig, who has Bambi right on his tail. As they head for the start-finish line, Stig is going to be under some serious pressure from Bambi very soon. They come through Hell Corner. like Ziggin has dropped off a little bit off Pasm, but that was just because he ran wide at the chase. And further back, it looks like someone's also very close. If I jump further back, we've got battles all over the show this time. So that's Roma, and who's Roma with? Windfire. So they've been close throughout actually. So that's Mad Max. And further back we have JF Rod 52, AJ. So AJ's dropped another place there. And I am going to assume Sig is going to be on to fight him. Is he catching? He is catching. So AJ has been running a lot of downforce in all of these races. And, ooh, AJ gains a bit of time there through the quarry. So head up to the cutting. And AJ actually gained a little bit on JF Rod 52 there. So this is where his downforce comes into play. Because he's got more downforce, he can actually start attacking JF Rod 52. And taking the lines very well there is AJ. So is Sig as well. I'm going to get really confused with Sig and Stig now. As they are on top of the mountain. Oh, Sig's made a mistake at the top of the mountain and has crashed. So who's behind him? Mr. Racing Line comes through. Well played, Sig. Keeping out the way, Mr. Racing Line. All fair there. And unfortunate there for Sig. But Mr. Racing Line takes 11th place. And well played there, Mr. Racing Line and Sig. Unfortunate for that incident though. Let's jump to the Stig now. So from Sig to Stig. And we can see Bambi behind him, who's dropped off quite a bit there. And behind Bambi we have Vanti. So these drivers have all been very close throughout. But let's jump to our first place battle. Let's jump to that TV camera, head towards Hell Corner. This is Ziggin and Pasm. And Windfire's going to the pits. I wonder why. That's got to be an accident. Got to be an accident. Windfire was having a good race there. I'm not sure why he's in the pits. I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. But Pasm pulling a bit of a gap there. In fact, there's someone who's very close further back. Who is that? Miss Racing Line and Sig. Oh, yes. That was the incident earlier on with Sig at the top of the mountain. Trying to keep on top of all these arrows is pretty hard work, to be honest. But we're heading up the mountain again with Pasm. And then we have Ziggin following. Windfire is not leaving the pit, so unfortunately it looks like Windfire is out of this race. Maybe he had to pit for some unknown reason. Maybe something's happened in real life or something. So very unfortunate there for Windfire. So we head through the S's now with Pasm and Ziggin. They've really pulled a gap. And they head towards the Dipper. Come out the Dipper. Oh, Pasm very close there. And it looks like Pasm's a little bit quicker now. If we look at tyres, we've got 9899. And Ziggin's 9999. So that suggests that Pasm's got a more aggressive setup. They head towards the chase. Oh, looks like someone's made a mistake there. The top of the mountain. AJ has made a mistake. Just saw the arrow spinning round there. So AJ has made a mistake. In fact, Mr. Racing Line, is that? No, Sig. Oh, Sig's in front of Mr. Racing Line again. So where's Mr. Wow, this is getting really confusing, some of this stuff. So, Mr. Racing Line has made a mistake somewhere. And Sig has overtaken Mr. Racing Line. And further back, so let's have a look at this. So this is AJ, who made a mistake somewhere. He's still going though. And we've got Pokey, who's now trying to recover from that mistake earlier on. But we're sort of spreading out a little bit. In fact, who's that further up? It's not Roma, it's not. So it's JF Rod 52 and Mad Max. Mad Max having a much better race this time than his race 2. As they cross the line. And head towards Hell Corner. It's JF Rod 52 trying to catch Mad Max. In fact, let's have a look if he is catching. So last lap, Mad Max was actually 0.5 seconds faster. Exactly 0.5 seconds faster. And in fact, doing his fastest lap. So Pasm pulling away from Ziggin. And you can see that by his fastest lap. So Pasm is really going for it at the moment. Who else is fast on the track at the moment? We've got GTP Bambi, who is currently putting his fastest lap. And so is Vanti, so they're putting pressure on each other. Roma as well is keeping up with those guys. But he's got a lot to catch up yet. And further down, if we jump to Pokey actually. Jump to Pokey. Pokey is really close to AJ. If the camera loads. 1, 2, 3, load. There we go. And AJ very close to the barrier. Let's jump on board Pokey in Super Impreza. Where is he going to make the move? AJ not using all the trap there. Uses all the trap there though. Oh, he went in a bit deep. Oh, he spun at the top of the mountain. And Pokey overtakes AJ. He just saw it there. Just used a bit too much of the inside curb. Forced him out wide. Rear tyre onto the gravel. And that forced him into a spin. Unfortunate there for AJ. Windfire is actually back racing. So whatever caused Windfire to go AFK for whatever reason, he's now back racing in the field. In fact, where is Windfire? This is going to get really confusing because he's actually with Vanti. So perhaps is he? No, he's not going to go for overtaking move. He's just staying with Vanti. At least he's with somebody. He can have a bit of a race as we head towards the end of the race. We've only got 5 minutes to go, and Pazum currently has the lead at the moment. And last lap, Ziggin caught up a little bit again. So Ziggin is going to start coming up towards him. I'm not sure what's happening here because Vanti's going defensive, but Windfire is sort of letting off and just staying behind, trying not to get involved, but obviously racing still. Got fresh tyres, so he will be faster. Perhaps Vanti might want to let him go a little bit here. Stop any confusion. We'll wait and see on that one. Oh, looks like Ziggin might have made a mistake in the mountain somewhere. We'll have a look at the set times because that looks like Ziggin has actually lost a bit of time. 43.6, 43.8 for Ziggin. He's lost 0.4 up, heading up the mountain. Let's jump to Ziggin now because we want to see if Ziggin is actually going to catch Pazum and whether we're going to have a grand finale at Bathurst. Third and final race here. And the night skills is something they're going to need for future races. There are night races planned in the future as well. Especially in the third bracket, we've got the 24 hours of Nürburgring, which is essentially a 2.4-hour endurance race, and that is a full cycle of day and night. So we'll wait to see what happens there. Oh, further back we have, is that Sig? No, who is that? Oh, it's still Vanti and Windfire. And you can see Windfire there. Just boosting him along a little bit. That's. If I was Vanti, I'd probably let Windfire go here because Windfire is obviously much faster, and Rome is Rome catching Vanti? He is catching Vanti. He's catching him at a fair pace of knots actually. And they're going to have to be careful here. So let's have a look at lap times. So that was a 2-minute 5.7. So much better from Vanti this lap. Roma did a. Roma's definitely catching there. So Vanti will have to be careful. Let's jump to Ziggin again. And is that 2? No. So we've got Ziggin here who's falling off Pazum now. Ooh, very close to the barrier once again. So we head up the mountain. So this is the second to last lap. We've only got one more lap after this. Now can Ziggin catch Pazum? And are we going to have the grand finale that we all really want, really, to end this magnificent 3 races that we've had at Bathurst. Of course, I've only seen 3 of them initially. Oh, this is the 3rd race. But in the videos you're watching, you will have seen 5. And this is the 6th one. Ooh, looks like Pazum's made a mistake here because Ziggin's caught up a lot there in the S's. That's not what Pazum wanted. Ooh, he runs a bit wide as well on the exit of the Dipper. And once again, we've got a race to the line. So we've got one more lap after this, and Ziggin is right behind Pazum. Head down Conrad straight now towards the chase. You're going to start to see Ziggin catch Pazum. So they head towards the chase. Who breaks later? Oh, Ziggin breaks later. Oh, he's so close. Oh, he's going to run wide. No, don't run wide. Oh, that's unfortunate. So, mistake each in that lap, and that means Pazum gains that gap again. That is so unfortunate for Ziggin. And looks like at the moment Pasm's going to get the hat trick. All 3 races. We head towards Hell Corner now for the last time. Through Hell Corner we go. Ooh, Pasm kicking up a bit of dirt there, so he is under pressure. If you have a look at lap times. So, ooh, look at that. Exactly the same on the last lap. But Ziggin did the fastest 3rd sector, so that shows you the speed Ziggin had. As we head towards the quarry. And Pasm does that very well. So does Ziggin. And this is where we start heading up the mountain for the last time. Well, for the last time for room A at least. You've still got room B to see. And, ooh, Ziggin runs a bit wide. Pasm runs a bit wide as well. So no loss of time for either of them. As we continue to head up the hill. You can see how steep this hill really is. And now we're nearly pretty much on top. At the skyline now. And then we're going to head towards the S's. So the S's for one last time. Going down into them. We've got Pasm. Pasm doesn't want to make a mistake here this time. Ziggin's really pushing hard. Look at him out. Ziggin gained in the S's there. Wow, I was not expecting Ziggin to gain that much in the S's. He's really got them nailed down. Now Pasm, don't make a mistake here and you're fine. Doesn't. Wow. Now that's the sign of a champion right there. Pasm makes that dipper look easy and does it perfectly. And gains a bit of time from Ziggin. Ziggin's going to have the slipstream coming down Conrad Straight. Is he going to catch Pasm though? For one last time. He's gaining slowly. He's gaining, he's gaining, he's gaining. Oh, brakes earlier this time. Oh, Pasm runs a little bit wide. Oh, Ziggin is very close. Ziggin is very close as they head towards Murray Corner. Is Pasm going to stay defensive? Is he not? He does stay defensive. Oh, they're so close. Oh, there's a slight tap. Oh, there's another slight tap. But Pasm, I think, has done this. Pasm has won the 3rd and final race here. Ziggin in a close 2nd place. And then in 3rd place, we have Stig. In 4th place, we have GTP Bambi. Well played, GTP Bambi. And in 5th place, we have Vanti, who's had Windfire, who is unfortunately a back marker. And Windfire's got one more lap. Oh, no, he doesn't complete it. Sorry. We then have Roma in 6th place. Well played, Roma. In 7th, we have Mad Max. Once it loads, come on, black screen. There we go. So, Mad Max in 7th place. Well played. Much better than his race 2 result. And it's also the same for JFRod52, who is going to finish in 8th place. In 9th, we have Sig, who has pulled away from Mr. Racing Line there, who has finished in 10th place. In 11th, we have Pokey, who has had a quite good recovery drive there, and some fairly pacey laps there as well. In 12th, we have AJ, who's had a bit of an unfortunate race, to be honest. And we'll just follow him as he heads towards Murray's Corner for the final time. Brakes early there. Does Murray's Corner very well. Exits it very cleanly. Doesn't use all the track. But heads towards the start-finish line to finish in 12th place. Finally, as mentioned, Windfire has finished in 13th place. What a race 3 at night. Lots more mistakes from drivers. Night driving's much harder. And once again, Pasm's shown the sign of a true champion there. And winning all 3 races. And this last race, won in style. Absolutely nailing a dipper at the end there. So what a race win there for GTP Pasm. So here are your final race results, even though they look really, really weird. Pasm did win that, as you can see by the time it says -0.2. And then in 2nd place is Ziggin. In 3rd place we have Stigs. And then in 4th we have GTP Bambi. 5th we have Vanti, followed by Roma in 6th place. In 7th we have Mad Max. In 8th we have JFRod52, followed by Sig in 9th place. In 10th we have Mr. Racing Line, followed by Pokey in 11th. And then we have AJ in 12th. And Windfire with that very strange pit stop in 13th place. That has been your Room A race 3 at night. So let's jump to the final race now of Room B. Hello everyone and welcome to the final race at Bathurst at night for Room B. And we have Vitoni on pole position, followed by Elirendo. We have Hector and Patrick 1 on the 2nd row. And then we are missing Oscar in this race. So we have lost Oscar, and Otaku is not in this race either, as we get ready for the lights to go green. And we on Vitoni at the moment. You can see his throttle and his brake, just under half brake, as we get ready for the start of this race. Waiting for the lights to go green. Long delay. There we go. Vitoni gets a little bit of a bad start there. Elirendo side by side with him straight away. Somebody's got a really good start there. Who is that blue car? Straight away, already on the inside of Zion. And it's all side by side action there as we come through Hell's Corner. Oh, Nail's off. Nail has spun off on Hell Corner as they now go down mountain straight towards the quarry. And it is Vitoni currently leading at the moment. Dutch is further back there as well. Dutch has had a bit of an off somewhere. But it's Vitoni and Elirendo side by side as head towards quarry. As they come into the quarry now, is Vitoni going to keep that position? He does. Elirendor's had contact with Hector. Hector's hit the barrier, and Hector's going to drop a number of positions, dropping down to 5th position so far. And he's going to get over. No, he's pulled back in quite nicely there in front of Danboy as they come up to the cutting. Oh, Vitoni's hit the barrier. Elirendor just having to take avoiding action there, but hits the barrier on the exit. And GP Patrick 1 is going to be side by side with Elirendor, but Elirendor is going to keep that position for now. They head up the mountain to start the grid. Danboy and Napalm are fighting for position as well. Let's jump to that battle. They're side by side as they come up to the chase. And Danboy runs wide. Napalm regains that position. Danboy running wide at the chase and has had to come back on. Now he's got to worry. Oh, Zion's had a bit of a mistake at the chase as well. Napalm making up 2 positions in one corner. So well played there, Napalm, staying out of trouble. And we have Hector and Patrick 1 side by side. Hector making moves here and is ahead of GTP Patrick 1 as head towards the quarry. So Hector up to 3rd place, Patrick 1 down to 4th place, and that victory is falling out of Patrick's hands at the moment. So we are going to jump towards Zion. Zion is right behind Napalm here. Napalm struggling with the dark conditions, and Zion really showing some strength here. Has had a fairly okay 2 races, but is in a much higher position than the last 2 races and challenging for that 5th place as Napalm goes a bit defensive. But Zion goes to the right side of Napalm. Coming up to the quarry. There's contact there. Big contact with Zion and Napalm. Zion waiting for Napalm. Oh no, now he's not waiting for Napalm, and Danboy is right behind. Danboy overtaking Zion for that 5th place, so Danboy going up 2 positions. Zion hits the barrier again, and Nail up to 7th place. He's going to be challenging Zion and Danboy straight away, and Napalm hasn't lost too much ground from that contact, and he's right behind Nail as well. Wow, 4 drivers here fighting for these positions, and I have a funny feeling Nail is going to be really battling here. Quite a nice colour car Nail's got here. Oh, Nail's got Napalm right behind him. Napalm gives him a little tap up the rear, but that's nothing too sinister there. I'm sure Napalm wants to gain some ground again after that contact with Zion. Oh, Zion looks like he's gone off. Further up, there's a lot of smoke. There's Zion. Nail comes through, overtakes Zion to get 6th place, and is Napalm going to get past Zion as well. So these two had contact earlier on Mountain Straight at the quarry, and is Napalm going to retake that position? Is he going to get the position, start reworking his way up through the field after that dreadful first lap? And he's catching High Def now. He's catching him at a fair pace and knots. Looks to the inside. Oh, brakes extremely late. What a move by Dutchy. Overtakes High Def at quarry and takes 9th position. What a move there by Dutchy. And is Elirendo going to take that 1st place position? He's extremely close. He's going to have the slipstream here. Goes to the inside of Vitoni straight away. Oh, slight contact. That could be lagged though. As I say, the replay is quite laggy. But he's side by side now as he heads towards the chase. And this does look like Elirendo has taken the lead there off Vitoni. As we head towards the chase, Vitoni's still on the inside. Slight contact. Oh, they come through that corner. And Elirendo, is he actually off? Is he not? I can't actually tell. Oh, they do have contact. Vitoni is off. And Elirendo is off. But Hector takes the lead from both of these drivers. And Patrick 1 is coming through here now. And overtakes. Oh, no. Hits Vitoni up the rear. Had nowhere to go, really, because Elirendo was on the right-hand side. And, wow, these 3 drivers now very close for the 2nd place. And Hector all out on his own, up in the lead. And what a bit of chaos there in the middle of the race. So we have 9 minutes to go, and these 3 drivers have to decide where they want to come in 2nd, 3rd or 4th, because Hector is all out on his own now. So they come around Murray's corner now to start lap number 9, and they will have 1 more lap after this. So Patrick 1 has to make all the corners count now to try and overtake Vitoni for that 2nd place. Is Vitoni going to actually keep hold of this position as well? This is actually helping out Patrick 1 a little bit, because Elirendo uses Patrick 1's slipstream, but Patrick 1 gets Vitoni's. But Elirendo looks like he's slightly quicker. Goes to the right side of Patrick 1 as head towards the quarry. They're side by side. It's going to be ever so close as they get towards the quarry. Let's not have contact this time round. Ellie Rendor, Patrick 1 side by side, and Ellie Rendor gets that position from Patrick 1. Ellie Rendor up to third place, and now has to chase Patrick 1 down. Has to chase Vitoni down very quickly in order to try and get that second place. He's not that far up the road, and he has half of this lap and the next lap to try and do it in. As he heads there now, brakes for the final corner. Oh, run slightly wide there. Be careful, Hector. And then he starts the run to the finish line. This is Hector, your Room B Race 3 winner. And that is GTMX Hector 1. In second place, we have Vitoni. Once it loads, there we go. Vitoni in second place. Ellie Rendor in third place. And GTP Patrick 1 in fourth position. What a race by all four drivers there as we go to Dan Boy. And Dan Boy and Nail are very close, I think. Once it loads, there we go. No, we have lost Nail somewhere in that lot. So Dan Boy, flashing his lights there, is going to cross in fifth place. What a result for Dan Boy there. In sixth place, whatever's happened to Nail has happened. We can quickly have a look at time. So he's lost it in the middle sector, which is the S's. So Nail finishing in sixth place. He'll still be happy with that. What a race by Nail. What a recovery drive. Remember, he dropped to the back of the grid after the first corner. But Nail finishes in sixth place. In seventh, we have Napalm. Quite a surprise for Napalm to be down here. Didn't have the pace in this race. So once again, the night race affecting Napalm, similar to Patrick 1. But Napalm finishing in seventh position. In eighth position, we have Zion. Zion had a cracking start to the race. Had a bit of contact sort of in the first third of the race. So that sort of cost him here. And as he hits the barrier, as he crosses the line, that is Zion in eighth place. In ninth place, we have GTP Dutchy. What a nightmare race for Dutchy, as he comes through Murray's corner now and heads towards the start-finish line to finish his race. That is Dutchy in ninth position. So in 10th place, we have High Def. Hasn't been a lap this time, so fair play to High Def. Having a much better race at night as he heads towards Murray's corner now. Takes it nice and casually. Just a bit of lag there. That wasn't actually him going all over the place. And that is High Def finishing in 10th position with his fastest lap as well. So well played there. As we now jump to Gravitron. Gravitron, your 11th place finisher. As he heads towards Murray Corner now. As he comes round to see, he has been lapped as Gravitron. Unfortunate for him. Bit of a nightmare race for him. But he comes now towards the line on the gravel. And Gravitron is your 11th place and final finisher. So before the replay restarts, let's have a look at the final positions. So we then have GTMX Hector 1. He is your race winner there with a fast lap as well of 2 minutes 6.3. Vitoni showing us his pace there on the last lap. Nothing got to Vitoni there. Did his fastest lap of the race, finishing in second place. Finally on the podium, your third place finisher is Ellie Rendor. In fourth, Patrick 1. In fifth, Dan Boy. Sixth, Nail. 7th, Napalm. 8th, Zion. 9th, Dutchy. 10th, High Def. And 11th, Gravitron. I hope you've enjoyed this night race at Bathurst. The final race at Bathurst this was. And our next races will be at Fuji. And I'll look forward to seeing you then. Ciao for now.